Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here. Today I am headed into my King Soopers, which is Kroger, most places. I am going in to try and find some August food shortages, some things that I've been researching that may be shortages in my area. So there's a bunch on the list. Some of them don't really affect us in any way, but I'm gonna take some time and go through the clearance sections and see what I can find there first, and then I'm going to go through my Kroger app here in the car and figure out what I can get at a discount. The goal is not to pay full price for anything. So if you are new here, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you have your bell notification turned on when you hit that subscribe. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let's get right into this. Okay, so I got a whole mess of stuff, and I will show you the haul when I get home. If you're new here and don't really want to hear me talk, you can skip ahead. I won't be offended, but I get questions a lot, like how do I get started, or what should I do? How'd you learn about all this? I am no expert. I am just going off of people that I trust in my personal life, and I am not one for trusting random strangers on the internet, but some of them have a lot of like-minded morals, such as myself. So I don't know, I get a lot of information from them as well. Someone commented they don't think that I'm a reputable source for information. That's fine. Then unsubscribe or don't watch or go to another person. I personally don't care, honestly. But you have to do your own research. You have to figure it out, and you have to do what works for your family. I say it in every single video, but in all seriousness, I'm not trying to scare you. A lot of preppers, when I first started researching, scared the heck out of me. I was like, what? I need meat birds? I need to learn how to milk my own cows? Like that's kind of where they were coming from. And from a homesteading standpoint, I admire that and I respect it, and I think that's awesome. But I don't think that should be used. Fear should never be used. So it's never worked. It really hasn't. It causes chaos. All of us thrive on different, I guess, attitudes in life. And as a person with anxiety, if any of you can relate, like, I do not thrive on fear. I get chaotic. I get disorganized. You know, and my husband, on the other hand, he is fine with it. That he's trained to do that. He you know, he's in law enforcement if you're new here, so it works for some people, but it doesn't work for me. And I am the person that purchases and makes the food in our home. So when I go and do these pantry hauls or any of my emergency preparedness videos, just know that I'm really not trying to scare you at all. People get a little scared when I start talking like this. But my approach has always been from a calm, budget-friendly standpoint. I will say, with that being said, this was like my little transition. I hope you don't mind. There were a lot of bare shelves at my Kroger today. It is a Wednesday, so maybe I don't know. I don't really know their stock schedule because I don't shop at one specific store. I go to different stores, so I don't know. It got me a little scared. It did. I can be honest with you all. You're a great community of support. So, you know, there wasn't any sugar. Could I go to Walmart and go get sugar right now? Yes. I mean, will it be stocked up at Kroger tomorrow? Maybe. But I just, you know, that's on the list. Sugar's on the list. Flour's on the list. Grain, essentially. So if you can, you could maybe find a different type of sweetener, although you can do a lot with just plain old sugar. So I mean, there's many ways to approach it. I don't see that empty shelf and give up. I don't. I always find a way to adapt, and I think that's a big key word that I'm going to keep in the back of my mind here, adapting, because if something isn't there, if someone puts a restriction on me, there's so many aspects in your life right now that you're going to have to adapt to, and I won't ever give up. I'm pretty persistent when it comes to a lot in my life. So if you need someone to talk to about this kind of thing, I would love to be your shoulder to not cry on, but chat with. I know it's difficult times and you know, unprecedented times, or however they say it, but I just I don't know, it was a little disheartening to see the empty shelves and the prices today. The prices were a little out of control. And sure, could you get, let me cross here, and sure, could you get other items at different stores for on the cheap? Yes, but I'm factoring my gas right now. If you're in an urban setting, that might be easier for you, but when you're living out in the country in the middle of nowhere, there's just not a lot available to you, especially with the gas prices right now. So sorry to get on here and chit chat, but if you are new here and you kind of wanted to get to know me, there is me. In all honesty, we keep it pretty real here on the channel. So when we get home, I will show you what I got. It's a pretty big haul. It really is. I used every coupon in the book, every digital download, anything I had, I used today, because there were a lot of great deals, and I've been working really hard on every business that I have going on. So yeah, and if you are new here, I run an apparel shop. It's always linked in the description box. It's thrifted clothing with my little spin on it. So if you want to support the channel in that way, you can do that. If you want to support the channel financially and you don't have money to give like myself, watch the ads. It's free, and if you have time, it would be really helpful for me. I promise you, those pennies add up. I promise you that. So we are going to get right into this. Thank you if you didn't skip ahead. You're my people, and let's get home and show you the haul. All right, we just got back. I just got back, and I laid everything out. Like I said, this is a little bit different of a haul. I'm going to try and leave all of the prices typed out when I get to that item, and then I did get some other things that we don't really keep on our shelves. Not a shelf stable item, but okay. We got some all-purpose unbleached enriched flour, and that was number 1 on the list. That grain is gonna head out. So with that, we got some Italian linguine, Italian fettuccine, Italian penne, Italian cavatappi. And then on top of that, I wanted to get some sort of shelf-stable tortellini. I used to get them from Target all the time, and they were like $3, but they like skyrocketed to $6. So I found these not as big as I wanted, but it does make a lot for the kids. The kids love tortellini, and in the event of a power outage, I don't know. That's where my head was at when it came to grains and pastas. Of course, there were so many other items that you could get in that category. The next one, since we're here, chickpeas, garbanzo beans. So that's on the list. I will leave that linked below, like I said, but you know how much I cook with garbanzo beans, and I use the chickpea liquid for a bunch of things. So I have a bunch of canned garbanzo beans. I wanted to just stock up on dry garbanzo beans. So that was number 2 on the list. Number 3 on the list, I'm going to jump back here. I'm trying to maneuver my chair here. But the coffee was on the list. Kroger coffee, not the best, but this was on for $1.49. Yeah, $1.49. So I figured this would be just easy to keep on hand. I didn't take all of it. There was a whole mess of it there, but I think this would be nice in the prepper pantry in the event that we run out of coffee. So that was number 3 on the list. Number 4 on the list was canned items. So, you know, we have a bunch of canned items, but they specifically were talking about diced tomatoes. So we got some Organic Valley diced tomatoes. They were on sale as well. And then it led me to coconut milk because I need a plant-based source for myself. So I got coconut milk for myself, and then I ended up getting non-fat dry milk just to have on hand. We have a bunch of dry milk, but that was on sale as well. And then the larger box was on closeout, but that was $9.99, just a little bit more than I wanted to spend on that. And then, so that was number 4 on the list, canned items. Number 5 was sauces, salsas, things of that nature. And then when in doubt, I always just grab a sauerkraut, something that is fermented. But I really enjoy sauerkraut. I eat a lot of it, probably like 4 times a week. So I have about, I'd say 8 to 10 in the prepper pantry right now. But I grabbed 2 because I've been eating it a ton in my salads lately. So I grabbed 1 for the I grabbed 2 from the prepper pantry, and I wanted to just grab 2 more to put back just to get that stock back up, but they only had 1 left is what I was saying. So long story short, jarred sauces, things of that nature. I have big news. I will be canning again with the amount of tomatoes and produce we're getting from the garden. So I'm gonna just jump right back into that with some of my easy salsas and sauces, things that we can just keep on hand. But the Simple Truth Organic was on sale, so we got 2 of those. So that was number 4 or 5 on the list. Is anyone keeping track? And then canned proteins, we switch off. So I got tuna, but we got chicken last week. There's beef and things like that. Typically, we're just canned tuna and chicken. I probably won't be canning any meat. If you do, that's great. I just don't feel like we would eat it, but you never know in an emergency. My chair is creaking here. Yeah. And then I found this activated charcoal powder. Really great. You could brush your teeth with it. You could put it in lemonade, which is my favorite thing to do. It is super awesome. It really, really helps with so many different things. Please research the benefit of charcoal powder before you go knocking it. Next up, grains and things of that nature. We said that, but then underneath was rice. We have a bunch of rice, so you can always have more, but I found these while I was there. Rice-A-Ronis, not typically something that we would get, but they were on for 69, 79 cents, so got a bunch of those. Those are nice to bulk up. I do eat plant-based, but in the event of an emergency or if we are short on cash and we just don't have enough to go out, these are nice to have on hand. So I did end up getting some of the 4 cheese and cheddar broccoli. I probably should have checked to see if there's chicken in that, but like I said, I know it's a privilege to eat plant-based, so I think we're good there. Yep. Just dairy. Okay, so that's good. But these are nice to add potatoes to, extra veggies. You could add a can of chicken in there and it just becomes an easy shelf-stable meal. So I'm happy I picked up those. There was a ton of them. I was shocked to see how much there was left because it was a 1-day sale. And then over here, this is more of, there was a bunch in clearance and I figured I'd pick it up. If you're plant-based, vegan, and you've tasted Sweet Earth, the benevolent bacon, it's delicious, but it's way out of my price range. So that was on for $3.79. I got 2 of those. I'm going to freeze that. And then I was actually thinking about dehydrating some and making bacon bits. I'm not sure how that will work, but I don't know. Give it a try, see what happens. And then tempeh. Tempeh was on for $1.49. I eat tempeh in plant-based bacon form, but I use it for a bunch of different things. So I figured this would be nice to have in the freezer as well. And then I found the Organic Girl greens. I always pick these up because they're 99 cents. I can always count on it. And then, oh, fun, a giveaway. We shall try that. I wanted to start dehydrating greens to make my own greens powder. So I got protein greens. I got butter lettuce just for salads this week. But I did get baby bok choy, and that will be really nice to just have on hand. I might not grind that down. I know it will dehydrate down to a very small portion, but it might be my tester to see if it would be good for stir fries and things like that. So wish me luck there. I have a function on my air fryer to dehydrate. I don't have a dehydrator yet, but I would love to have one. So this is what we got. I know it's a little different. Keep an open mind and make sure to check out that article that I was talking about. All right, my friends, the storm is rolling in, so it's a little dark in here, but I wanted to close out the video. I really hope you enjoyed this week's Prepper Pantry stock up. These are items that I feel are going to be short starting the month of August, not just in the month of August. So I've heard winter is going to be a little tricky, and like I said in the car, I'm not trying to scare you, but now is the time to stock up. I am a firm believer that you can stock up on a budget. We are in a one income household essentially. I do YouTube and some other things on the side, but I do that kind of thing so we can have security when it comes to food, and so we can be confident in our emergency preparedness. So I hope you're enjoying these videos. Please remember that I will be doing them every Friday. If you'd like to see them more, maybe twice a week, let me know. If you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that red subscribe button. Make sure your bell notifications are turned on so you won't miss any future videos. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.
You should